dia. Hola. Welcome, everyone. You know, originally we had this booked in Lisbon. Who's come here from Lisbon? So they told me this was a better city, Porto. So some people convinced me to move to Porto. Hey? They paid me well. All right, guys. Welcome, everyone. We're going to spend the day together. I used to present this program over a weekend, and I usually say we're going to spend the weekend together. But I've been able to squeeze everything with a bit of a punch into a one-day program. You guys ready to fly? Who said, oh yeah? Oh, the English guy. There's always one, eh? I do like to fly. I do like to fly. Most of you know, or maybe you don't know, but I'm actually an aerobatic pilot. So my passion is flying. People always ask me, what do you enjoy more? Because I have an aviation business. I also am a speaker and a coach, and I travel around the world presenting these concepts that I'm going to present to you guys. And I always say, you know, flying is my passion. But what I'm about to share with you guys, it's who I am. I could stop flying, but I could never stop being who I am. And what I love for you guys is for you guys to drop in to a deep place within yourself where you can give yourself permission to be who you really are. I'm going to take my time with you guys, if it's okay. I'm going to enjoy this. Before we get started, guys, there's a couple of things I just wanted to mention. Can you just grab your phones out and just make sure you've got it on airplane mode? Not just vibrate. We want it on airplane mode, if it's okay, because I told you, are you ready to fly? We're going to fly. So please just turn that on airplane mode so it does not distract you or the person next to you. I appreciate that. The other thing as well is we are recording today. So I'm very open for questions, and I will give you guys an opportunity to raise your hand and ask questions throughout the program. I will say, there will be times where I'll say, I'll come back to you. If I forgot to come back to you, put your hand up again. Okay, because sometimes I'm downloading something, and I just want the download to be finished, and then I'll come back to you. Okay? I will also allocate times for questions. I'll say questions, comments, contributions, because it's not always questions that you ask. Sometimes it's a comment. Sometimes it's a contribution. You may tell me how you feel. I'm really interested throughout today for you to tell me how you're feeling as we're progressing, because the part of you that will fly today, and I'm not going to leave anyone behind. As long as you're sitting here, you will fly today. The part of you that will fly today is your soul. I promise you. You're going to feel it. We're going to fly together. The other thing I was going to mention about questions, because we are recording, I know you can probably speak up with a loud voice, especially the English man, John. He's got a big voice. You're going to use it today, John? Oh, he's gone quiet, has he? We do need to bring the microphones. So the guys, there'll be microphone runners either side, so they'll pass you a microphone. okay? So please use the microphone. So when you're asking a question, I'll say, hang on, and wait for the microphone. Is that okay? Everyone happy with that? I will give plenty of breaks. Who's got a weak bladder? Can you last 90 minutes? Okay, all right. Because I have a weak bladder myself, you know. I like to sit in the window seat in an aeroplane. I'm always bothering the person to get up because I need to go use the bathroom multiple times. So, but my intention is to break every 90 minutes, to give you time to what's the word? Not compensate, contemplate. Thank you. Contemplate. My English is a bit rusty, sorry. Okay. What I'm going to be sharing with you guys today is different. And I'll share with you why it's different. I'm going to explain to you in a moment. Some of the things I'm going to share with you, you will think, come on down, come, mum. It's me, your mum. Come sit down. Everyone put your hands together for mum, she's arrived. Bon dia, mum. Bon dia. She's not my mum, by the way. Although my mum's always with me. She's here. And she's still alive in her physical body, though. But she still lives here. Some of the things I'm going to share with you guys today, you will get inspired by it. You sometimes maybe have a reaction to it also. And sometimes your mind will kick in and say, I know this. I know this. I invite you to ask yourself a question when you say, I know what he's talking about. I know it. As long as you're saying, I know it, and I'm open, that's fine. But sometimes when you say, I know it, you close. Like, I know this. You know that? I know what he's talking about. You know, that one is a closed. Okay? When you say, I know this, I want you to ask yourself this question. Can I live this? Can you live this? The reason I'm here standing in front of you today is because for me, what was important and what started me on my journey was I did so many programs, spiritual programs, self-help, personal development programs. Who's done here lots of programs? Lots of seminars. Hands right up. Okay, so you're like a seminar junkie, right? These are the junkies. Who's never been to a program like this? You're like, what am I doing here? Who are these people? Okay. And how old are you? 11. Wow, give her a hand, guys. She's 11 years old. Do we have a younger than 11? No. Yeah. This is what started me on my journey. This is what started me to go, like I did all these different programs, and I was like, but can I live it? This is what I'm going to be sharing with you guys. I'm going to be sharing with you guys principles. I'm going to make this as practical as I can for you, some of the things I'm going to be sharing, in order for you to be able to live this. Live it in your everyday life. We know, right? Love is the answer. They say love is they put it on a bumper bar of the car. It's everywhere. Love is the answer. But there's so much hate. Sometimes there's so much hate inside of you. There's so much judgment. We know. I don't need to tell you that you should be yourself. This is the greatest advice given in humanity. You know what it is? To be yourself and to do what you love. Just be yourself and do what you love. We give this advice. Who's ever had that advice given to them? Hands up. Who's ever given that advice? Who doesn't like putting their hands up? Okay, you're excused. We know that that is a fact. In order for us to be fulfilled and happy, we must be ourselves and do what we love. But we are continuously concerned about what someone's going to think about us when we're being ourselves. What if they reject me? What if they don't love me when I'm being myself? What if they judge me? And then we don't be ourselves, even though we tell ourselves, I'm being myself. Do what you love. We know you must do what you love. But how many of us actually get to do that? I know you have a plan, and one day you're going to do what you love because you've got a means to an end. And one day before you die, you're going to do what you love. We know that's the answer. I don't have to tell you. Most of us would agree in this room. It's to be yourself and to do what you love. But why can't you? Why can't you live that? By the end of this day, my hope for you is for you to find enough richness, enough love, enough deservingness in order for you to do that. Because the only thing that's stopping you from doing that, no, it's not money. No, it's not the right time. If you feel it, it's the right time. That's bullshit answers you give to yourself. If you feel love to do something, now's the time. Otherwise, you wouldn't have felt the love to do it. You will understand this as we do this, as we take this journey together. There's only one thing in the way. I'll make it very simple for you. You don't value yourself enough. Your deservingness in your heart is small. You want to be limitless? I'll take you there. It's very simple. This needs to open. Why? So you have more deservingness. Your entire reality will change as you deserve it. There's a movie I watched once called The Perks of Being a Wallflower. Anyone heard that movie? The Perks of Being a Wallflower? 2 or 3 of my clients. It's actually based on a book. And one of my favorite quotes in that book is, "We accept the love we think we deserve." The amount of love you have, the amount of opportunities you have, the amount of possibilities that you have is proportionate to how much you feel you deserve. So in order to change your life, I'm not going to give you all these tools and techniques. You just have to open your heart and deserve. I know, sounds easier said than done, as they say. But that's where I want to take you guys today. I invite you to open your mind, and I invite you to open your heart. My guidance, suggestion for you is, don't try to take what I'm saying and get it to fit into a box. Do you know what I mean by that box? That box is what you believe is real. It's what you've been taught. It's what society has passed on to you. It's what your parents. It's the last personal development course that you did, your last self-help course that you did. I suggest don't take what I'm saying and try to fit it into that box. Just for today, you can go back to your box at the end of the day. We're just going to leave it at the door. You can pick it up. Okay? We leave it at the door, your box of all your beliefs. I'm not going to take it away from you. Just leave it at the door. You can pick it up at the end of the day if what I share with you, what I gift you, is not more powerful than your current box. Who's feeling me? Who's feeling what I'm putting down? Okay, good. The head people. It's okay. It's okay. We need our heart and head. We need both. Unfortunately, though, some people use one or the other. What I'm going to share with you is how you can collaborate, how you can have a marriage. We want to get married in the world. The marriage is here. You need to marry yourself. The marriage is between your head and heart. Unfortunately, some people only live in their head. And that could be because of their career, because of their job. I understand. If you're an engineer, for example, your dominant force is your head. Any engineers here? All right, we're going to have fun today. But also, on the contrary, some people only live in the heart. And they think, oh, look, some of you are smiling like, yes, that's me. I'm the heart person. I am all creative. I'm all about love. But that's not enough. Without this, you won't be able to live this. You need both. So I'm going to be sharing with you how to do that today. So some of you said you've done lots of programs in the past, and for those who haven't, and even for those who have, I want to share with you the difference between self-help. When you go to a self-help program or you read a self-help book, and I know we have sometimes language barriers here. I'm here in Portugal, so I want to give you as many reference of what I mean by self-help, personal development, even professional development. And then we have what's called self-realization. This is two very different things. And I want to just get clearer about the difference of these as we progress into this program. Personal development or self-help or self-improvement is all about you finding skills, tools, techniques to improve yourself, to improve your abilities, to maybe change your attitude, to be more positive rather than negative, to visualize, to whatever technique it may be. I don't want to go through all of them. But it's all about improving yourself. Is there anything wrong with that? Well, no. I mean, maybe 40 years ago, if you were reading a self-help book, you would put it in a brown paper bag because 40, 50 years ago, people thought maybe you were a little bit crazy if you're reading a self-help book or you have problems. But today, there's nothing wrong with it. It's beautiful to improve of yourself. But that's what you're doing. You are improving the self. What's the self? Our physical identity, which is great. Because, we are human beings, aren't we? Yes, we have we have a human component, but we also have a being component. Did you guys know that? Again, some people are fixated on the human part. Why? Because it's what's measurable. You can have facts about it. My brain works this way. My eye is not actually what sees, it's just the lens. It's my brain that finds. Did you guys know that was true? You don't actually see with your eyes, it's just a lens. You're seeing with your brain, right, Doc? So you learn, you improve. And that's amazing. But what's missing for many people is the work of the being. So for most people, they are fixated, hypnotized by doing the improvement for their human component. It's everything that you're experiencing through your physical reality. It's things that you measure through your 5 human senses. What's our 5 human senses? What we see, what we smell, what we taste, what we hear, what we touch. But do you only use these eyes to see? Everybody close your eyes for a sec. Everybody think of a purple elephant. Put your hand up if you can see the purple elephant. Okay? Put your hand down. Did you see the purple elephant with his eyes? No. Who's heard a voice before? Don't worry, I won't judge you. You're not crazy. Who's heard a voice, but you didn't hear it with these ears? Yeah? The crazy ones, huh? But that's okay, because you need to be a little bit crazy to get this stuff. Just a little bit. For those who go, I've never heard a voice before. What about when you dream? When you're having a dream, did someone talk to you in your dream? You heard the voice. And you didn't use these ears. Who's had a dream and they felt, like maybe they were in the rain and you felt the raindrops. You felt it. Did you feel it with this physical being? No. You see, what I'm describing there is things that are in your 6th sense. So we don't only have 5 human senses. We do have 5 human senses, but we also have something called our 6th sense. So most people are fixated on their humanness and they forget about their being. Self-realization is about who you are. Self-realization is about your being. And the thing about self-realization, my friend, it has nothing to do with improving yourself. Because when you realize yourself, there's nothing missing. Most people believe that in order for them to become successful, anyone interested in becoming successful? A few of you. Maybe you already are successful. You could tell us about it. Of course, no one's ever successful because there's always another mountain to climb. Have you not noticed that you never get there? Oh, yes, you laugh because you know it's true, right? And of course, this is now personal development. Even in personal development, they say you don't become happy when you become successful. You become successful when you're happy. But again, we're so fixated on the humanness because the humanness is all about what I need to do and what I need to have. It's the be, do, have principle. But again, for those who've done lots of personal development programs, they say In order for you to have something, you need to do something. In order for you to do that well, you need to be the person who does that well. So it's all about who you're being. But again, we're fixated on what we need to do. Self-development, self-help, personal development is all about our humanness. I'm not saying it's not important, but didn't somebody say be, do, have? But nobody focuses on the being part. Why? Because it's formless. It's energy. Well, that's not really important because if I do this and I have this, I'll be bloody happy. You know you won't. And if you believe you will, you'll probably walk out soon. Because my chat, we say chat in Australia, we chew the fat. My conversation with you today is about self-realization. And self-realization is you realizing for yourself, nobody can tell you. That's why it's called self-realization. You are realizing for yourself. Who are you? Who are you? I don't think that's on aeroplane mode. You have an amazing phone if it can work on aeroplane mode. That's amazing. So that's what I'm here to talk to you about. I'm not here to talk to you about how to make more money, how to do greater things, how you can have amazing things. I'm here to get you to uncover for yourself. I can't tell you. In fact, if anyone says they can tell you, they're lying. You know why someone can't tell you? It doesn't mean they don't know for themselves. It's because the moment I speak what I'm feeling, it's already changed. All I'm going to do throughout today is point everything back to here in order for you to realize who you are. When you realize who you are, you can have anything. You can do anything. The reason why currently people fail in having what they love, in doing what they love, is because the person who's driving the ship is the human part. It's the head. The head is important as long as it's driven by the heart. You know what the head is? The head is how you steer. When I'm flying an aeroplane, I fly it with a stick. Control column. I have ailerons, I have elevators, I have a rudder, and this allows me to pitch, roll, and yaw. Or if you don't relate to aeroplanes, a boat or a ship has an engine and has a propeller. This propeller is the heart. The steering is the head. You can steer your life from here as long as you have movement. You can't turn a parked car. The car needs to be moving in order for it to be steered. Unfortunately, most people are sitting in the car and doing this. Why is my life not working? Because you're not moving. But I'm thinking about moving. I'm trying to make it happen. But you need to move. This is the movement. And you know what? Only this is not enough. Sometimes people become very, very spiritual, but they have no money, or they can't live what the love I feel in my life, the love I feel for myself, but I can't live it. They can talk about it. They can coach other people about it. They can, write a book about it, but they can't live it because they refuse to use this. Some people are more dominant here, and they can achieve many great things. Maybe they become a billionaire. but their soul is missing. I coach a lot of those people, trust me. They're very unhappy because they're only engaging here. So what I'm inviting you guys to do today is to marry yourself. You know when you say, I'm looking for the one? Who's single here? Okay, well, a lot of single people. Maybe during the break I can... Okay? We say we are looking for the one. You know where the one is? You're looking for yourself. Now, again, I'm going to talk about this. Some of the things, if it's going over your head, we're going to talk about this. This is coming up in my PowerPoint. I'm pointing at my PowerPoint there. You can never experience a fulfilling relationship until you have found yourself. Never. Okay, should we get started? Do we have questions at this point? No questions? Questions, comments, contributions? Okay. Let's go, peeps. Let's have some fun. Let's take off. Everyone got their seatbelt fastened? Just ensure your seatbelt is fastened. And also, guys, in the unlikely case of having an emergency, you will see masks fall from the ceiling. I'd ask you to help yourself by putting those masks on first before you help others. Who's heard that before? But we keep wanting to help others first. But my children, you can't help your children. I know. We put everything for our children, our family. I know. But you're not doing a very good job if you haven't helped yourself. You are failing at putting your family first. I'm not saying don't put your family first. I'm all about putting my family first. My children are everything for me. I will die for them. But if I haven't helped myself, if I'm not being who I'm meant to be, I can't help them. You know who helped me on this path? It was my mother. My mother is the one who supported me to realize the gift that I'm about to share with you. And guess what? Guess how she helped me? It wasn't from what she said. It was by who she was being. I could see. When she spoke, the words weren't empty. They were full. You see, you know when the words are empty? When you're giving advice to somebody you love, like your kids, you want the best for them because you never got it. You want them to be the person that you failed in being. Those words are empty. You want that for yourself because you're not willing to be that. The words that my mother delivered to me were full because she was living that. She was an example of that. And when she spoke, it went straight into my heart. So those advice you're giving to your kids, just make sure they're not empty. Empty words. You want the best for them because you didn't do it. And you feel bad. And if they did good, then you will feel okay about it. No, you do it first. Don't give them advice. Don't share those words unless you're willing to be that. That's how I raise my children. Who's interested in conscious parenting? I can do a whole seminar about conscious parenting. I'll give it to you in 10 seconds. Conscious parenting is about you being conscious. That's it. But we think conscious parenting is about us teaching our kids in a conscious way. Where if you were being conscious, you would be teaching them in a conscious way. I better start my seminar, I realize we're going to run out of time soon. Let's go. So we talked about self-development and self-realization. We talked about our human being. I'm just going to put a half in here. Here we have a human being. Okay? I like to give this metaphor because this is what it feels like when you marry the two. Have you ever gone to the ocean or a pool? The ocean is the example, the metaphor. But you go into the ocean, you guys just came out of summer. I'm sure you've all gone for a swim. But you go waist deep. And you're standing there waist deep. Everything below the waist it feels different. Because every time you're moving with the ocean. Everything above the ocean, above the waist, it feels completely different. It's a different experience. Okay? I'm using this as a metaphor. When I say a human being, the humanness, if you can imagine a water, this is the waist deep, everything below or within, it feels different. It's not tangible. It's non-physical. It's energetic. Everything above is tangible. I'm above the ocean. This part of me feels different. But everything below the waist, it's all connected. Somebody else is standing next to me. I'm connected with them. How? Through the ocean. As I move, I'm moving through the water. As they move, they're moving through the water. Imagine the water being energy. So what we're dealing with the being part, and I can give you a little. There we go. Very big head. As I stand here in front of you and talk to you, I'm experiencing both my humanness, but also my being. If I was just standing here and talking to you with my humanness, do you know what would happen? I would be concerned about what you think about what I've got to say. I would get nervous. I would have fear of failure. I could have anxiety. The being is in the moment. And it's not just in the moment. It's connected. Connected to what? Whatever it is that you believe in. That's not for me to say. It's connected. This is the only way that you have the ability to live what I'm about to share with you. Who believes they are limitless? Who believes they are infinite? Why can't you be your limitless self in your everyday life? I'll tell you why. Because you're living or you're fixated with this. I can live this because I am living with both. And no, it has nothing to do with how much money you have. It even has nothing to do with what happened to you when you were younger. Because all the healing you've been doing is self-development. When you self-realize, you are healed. There is nothing to fix. There's nothing to improve. There's nothing to change. There's nothing to get rid of. Over here, you need to love yourself. Who believes it's important to love themselves? Well, of course it is. It's again, I'm not disregarding this. Maybe somebody told you to sit in front of the mirror, look at your eyes, and tell yourself, I love you. I love you. That's important. But if you self-realize, and again, I told you I'm not going to tell you what this is, but I will describe the feeling of what you have with this. And that feeling is, who wants to guess? Love. Over here, you're feeling love. You're not loving yourself. You're feeling love. You're being love. Why would love need to love itself? I'll say that again. Why would love need to love itself? So when you are sitting in front of the mirror and you're saying to yourself, I love you, which is the part of you that is saying that? The part that lacks love. The part that is disconnected from love. And that, again, is an important tool to help you manage. Because that's all you're doing. With all the tools and techniques, you're managing. You're moving the pain. I have people come to me in my programs or my retreats, and they go, I thought I dealt with that. I thought I healed that. The only way you can truly heal something is realize who you are, because when you realize who you truly are, there's nothing to heal. There's nothing to fix. There's nothing to improve. There's nothing to change. Why? Because it's pure joy. But again, your head would come in and go, yeah, but we can't live that every day. Only when I meditate, I get to the pure joy, but then I go to work. Make money, get people's approval, acceptance, recognition. Then I go back and meditate. And I connect. But then I go. Again, please don't be offended by what I'm saying. I think to do that is important. It's part of the process. I'm not disregarding that. I'm just saying there's just something a little bit deeper that I would love for you to find, and I'd love for you to realize. Because then you can go in the flow. In every step that you take. In everything that you do. Who would be interested in that? I'm talking to the right group. Okay. I guess it was important for me to share with you why what I'm sharing with you today is different. So you don't sit here and interpret what I'm saying from here. You need to sit here and feel what's being said. I'm speaking from a very deep place in my soul, and I'm not interested in talking to your intellect. You can go back to your intellect later. And again, intellect is important. I'm interested in talking to your soul. I'm reaching for your soul if you let me, if you give me permission. That's all I'm interested in. Because again, if you find your true value, your real love, the true love. Now, and guess what? The true love is not with your partner. I'm sorry. Some of you are looking at your partner going, I thought I found the one. Yes, you found the one, but it won't last unless you find yourself as the one. Anything in this life, all your accomplishments would not last. And none of them will make you happy until you find yourself. Okay. I just want to give you a quick program outline. This is what I'm going to be covering today. For those people who are A little bit. I need to understand what's going to happen today. Tell me what's going to happen. How are you going to talk to my soul? Right? It's already happening. It's already happening. Just don't take what lands in here, what lands in your soul. Don't then go, okay, so how can I make more money with that? Or how can I knew this was the truth. I can feel it. Now I go tell my sister. She never believed me. No, you're going here. You're going from 1 to 2. Does anyone know what I mean by 1 to 2? You will by the end of the program. This is a little bit about the program outline, just simplify it for you. There's 3 parts in this program. There is the way of the world. I'm going to be talking about that right now. What I mean about the way of the world is your physical world, your physical reality. I'm going to talk about the way it is. And you'll be like, well, what are you going to tell me about the way it is? You'll see, and you'll be like, that is exactly what is happening to me. I don't know why I became German there. But sometimes, someone else comes through. Okay, so the way of the world is all about duality. Anyone heard of that word, duality? I know we have language barrier here. But duality means it's your physical reality. It means of everything there is two. You wouldn't experience me talking to you right now through duality. I'm standing over here, you're sitting over there. If there's an up, there's a down. If there's a right, there's a wrong. If there's fear, there's love. If there's good, there's bad. If there's good, there's evil. If there's peace, there's war. If there's hot, there's cold. Should I keep going? Of everything, there is two. In fact, one cannot exist without the other. Female energy, masculine energy. Now, I know we've got multiple versions of that now, but it's still two. It still falls under one umbrella. Positive energy, negative energy. Should I just keep going? I'll waste my time. You can look at everything in the world. What goes up must come down. I say that to the people I take for aerobatic flights. We go straight up. We just keep going. I have a very, very powerful aircraft. One of the most powerful aircraft in the world. Just like this. And then I say to my passenger, all right, what goes up must come down. And we just go, and they're like, ah! If you ever come to Australia, look me up. I'd love to take you for a flight. Who's been on a flight with me before? There's a few of you. See? Hey? Okay, I'd love to take you. Come to Australia. So, the way of love. Love. You know what you're going to get about in that component is you think to yourself, wow, I thought I was doing what I love to do. I thought I was being loving. I thought I was in love. Because in that component of the program, I'm going to talk about love, and I call it the real love. And then we have the need of love. Two different things. Okay? Love is what binds us or connects us from our physical reality to ourselves as our soul. Okay? So we have the way of the world, we have the way of love, and we're going to finish off the program with the way of the one. And that part of it is all about oneness. Anyone heard that word, oneness? That, our world, I mean, for those logical, intellectual people, it's quantum physics. I won't give you the quantum physics component of it because I'm here to talk to your soul. I'm not here to talk to your intellect. But you can go and do lots of research intellectually and realize, everything is connected. Everything. Not just you and I. The entire universe. It's all connected. Where do you think the infinite power comes from? When I use that word infinite or limitless. In our physical reality, we have something called gravity. But did gravity stop us flying? No. We bend the rules. We break the rules of the physical world. I mean, we didn't actually just jump off and start flying. We built something called an aircraft, which is what the Wright brothers did. So, although gravity, you might say, is a limitation, we can bend that limitation. Where do you think the idea comes from, or came from to the Wright brothers? It's from their creativity. Who's creative here? Okay, you know what I'm talking about? Everything is already there. Michelangelo said when he is sculpting, his sculpture, he says that all I'm doing is removing the pieces that don't belong there, because he sees the sculpture in a block of marble. He's not building that sculpture. He's removing the pieces that no longer belong there. That's the work I do. That's how I coach my clients. I'm not teaching them to fix, improve, or change their reality. That's self-development. I'm getting them to remove the pieces that no longer serve them. Whether that is a thought or a particular barrier they've got within their own minds. All right. So, the way of the world, and we will take a break very shortly. Give me another 20 minutes or half an hour. Everyone okay? All right. Just put full power on. We're going down the runway. You can tell I'm a pilot, right? So, who thinks balance is important? Yes? I believe balance is important. But I don't believe we came here to live in balance. I believe that we came here to find balance in order for us to transcend it. Because what's balance? What goes up must come down. There's a seesaw. It's up, down. What are we referring to there? Duality. I can give you another word for duality for you if you like. Anyone seen the movie The Matrix? It's the Matrix. Now you think to yourself, but hang on. Buddha said that we need to find balance. Yes, I agree. We need to find balance. You need to find it so you can transcend it. Because remember, in duality, there's love and fear. But I believe that love is all there is. All else is your judgment of what is. But how can there be only love? Well, there can't be. In duality or in balance, there's always love and fear. There's always hate and love. One doesn't exist without the other. So the only place where there is only love is when you transcend the balance. And I'm going to invite you to do this today. I'm going to talk about this. I'm just setting it up for you. You know, I sit with the seesaw with my kids. I have 2 kids. I put both of them on one side, and I just sit there, and obviously it doesn't move, right? But the only way it moves is I have to get closer to the center to make it move, because when I'm sitting at the end, it doesn't move. Here's what I'm trying to say. I'm going to be talking to you about transcending the balance, or what I refer, you could say, the matrix. I will refer to this as the box as well. Okay, the box is within our own mind. When I say mind, I refer to 2 things. There's mind that's mental, and there's mind that's your soul. Okay, it's feeling mind. Okay, one is mental, intellectual mind. Okay, so sometimes I'll make myself clear when I'm actually referring to it. You see, our life moves up and down just like this seesaw, but not for everybody. There's people, their up and down is less. Would you agree? Some people manic up and down, which is actually they need to be diagnosed and be medicated, right? Very big up, very big down. Yes? Some people are more balanced. Their up and down is less. But would you agree all of us go through some up and down in life? Who agrees with that? Okay? Who doesn't? So that's what they say, right? Life is a roller coaster. You got to ride it. Or do you? Is that why? Why did we create? Why did whatever you believe in create up and down, up and down? Let me explain to you why some people are experiencing less up and down. Because when you're sitting at the edge of the seesaw, and this seesaw is infinite, so there can be some very big up and downs. Some people are living closer to the center. Where's the center? What is the center? Your soul? The balance? When you have your life in balance, you have less up and down. So then you're like, well, yes, well, there you go. Balance is important. Well, hold on. I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying that's not the end goal. So as you go closer to the center, what happens to the up and down? It becomes less, doesn't it? What happens to the up and down when you're standing in the middle of the seesaw? The up and down is happening, but you're not moving up and down. This is called emotional intelligence. The world will always move up and down. But as you move closer to your center, which is what I'm inviting you to do today, the up and down becomes less and less until you have complete yourself by finding yourself, by realizing yourself. There is no up and down. There is what I call neutrality. Now, when I use this word neutrality, for sometimes people go, neutrality, that sounds like nothing, or it sounds like it's boring. Who here has ever experienced happiness or joy, the truer word, for no reason? Raise your hand up if you look around the room. Happiness for no reason. I remember when the first time I experienced happiness for no reason, I was sitting down in Bondi Beach, which is where I'm from, where I live. And I had all these problems. I had the world on my shoulder. I was very overweight. I had financial difficulties. I had broken up with relationships. I had my car repossessed. I was being evicted from my home. I thought I was going to become homeless. And I was sitting in Bondi Beach, and for just a moment, I just felt this immense joy. And of course, my head then kicked in, goes, why am I happy? Why am I joyful? And it found all the reasons of why I should not be joyful. You see, that moment there is neutrality. It's sometimes referred to as the field. I'm going to refer to it later on. You'll see some movie clips that I'm going to share with you later on. And it's referred to as the field. But that is the point where the formless manifests itself into physical form. It's neutral. Neutral meaning the energy is not positively or negatively charged. Sometimes you go to many personal development programs and they teach you to be positive, which is, of course, again, I would say it's important. I will teach my children to be positive until they're ready to realize that it is far more powerful to be present than positive. Because if you're being positive, there's also what comes with positive. Oh, you guys are catching on. You can't escape it. You see why I call it the Matrix? It's a prison. Now I know some of you have some pretty good lives. You know, you're like credible, you're successful. I get it. But you still live in a prison. Why? It's like, someone who's, I don't know, what's some of those criminals that I can think of? What's the Colombian drug lord? Hey? Pablo Escobar, right? It's like Pablo Escobar. You're in a prison, but in the prison, they probably give you a penthouse because you're Pablo, right? And maybe on the weekend, you have people come over and visit you, women, and, you have your own TV, and you have, Do you know what I'm saying? It's just an analogy. I know. So sometimes we have, I got a pretty good life. Where's there we are, my friend. So the center of the seesaw is what I refer to neutrality, but let's just make it clear. Neutrality doesn't mean, you might say, well, neutrality means nothing. Yes, but there's something in the nothing. I promise you that today I will get you to feel there's something in the nothing. We're going to do a guided meditation later on. And I will take you to the nothing, and you will feel something. In fact, you will feel something very big in the nothing. Your mind, the intellect goes, why would I want neutrality? I want positive. I want good. Yes, I get it. But with good comes bad. And there goes your life. Up, down, up, down. You're avoiding the bad, chasing the good. You know how you ride a donkey? Anyone know how to ride a donkey here? I'll teach you. The way you ride a donkey is you get on the donkey and you get a very big carrot, a very juicy carrot, like a shiny diamond. If I get this, I will be happy. If I make more money, if more people accept me, if. This carrot gets dangled in front of you, and you are. I'm kind of quirky. What do you call it? I just realized because Christina, she teaches us how to, what's it called? Twerk. Christina from our team teaches us how to twerk. So I just realized, is that how we do it? So you chase this carrot. But you know what happens? You become wise. And you're like, nah. I'm never going to get the carrot. Because you achieve, you accomplish, it's another mountain. You make $1 million a year, I need 5. Well, why do you need 5? Well, to make my $1 million more safe. You make $5 million a year, I need 20. It never, ever stops. I'm just referring money, but you can refer to anything. You know what? The carrot is an illusion. It's not going to make me happy. You know what, society? Fuck you. I don't want the carrot. Yeah, you're going to run out of money. People will reject you. You're going to become a failure. And it continues. And you stay a donkey. what I'm offering you guys is to not be donkey, but be a star, a shining star. Be the greatest version of yourself. You really think you came here to work for a living? These are the questions I ask myself. Is it okay if I ask you guys these questions? Because there's a point in my life I said, why did I come here in this existence to work for a living or to be tested? This is I'm not saying, I'm just sharing my process. Like, to be good, to live within the boundaries of my prison, to not question, to not think for myself. The thinking's been done for me. Society tells you what's real. Have you never questioned? Why did I come here? The biggest one was to work for a living so I can be alive. I'm already alive. I have this aliveness, but I have to work for it. Why? These are the questions I ask myself. And I'm going to share with you the conclusions that I came to. Not to give you the answer, but for it to become a signpost for yourself. And you may realize things for yourself. Because again, I can never tell you what the answer is, and I'm not here to do that. I'm not to be here to be anyone's guru or anything like that. Sometimes I swear in my seminars intentionally. I think, have I sworn already? No? Huh? No? You missed it. I think I did before. Fuck. But you know what? I don't usually swear, right? Well, although my wife will probably say you do. But sometimes I swear because I get concerned that people think I'm their guru. And if I swear, they go, oh, he's not a guru. I'm not here to be a guru. I'm not even here to be your coach, although I'm happy to, and I coach lots of people. But what I do when I coach lots of people is I help them to become their own guru. Because the answer's in you. It's not in me. Have I found the answer? Abso-fucking-lutely I have. Oops. I have. For me. But my answer's for me. You need to find your answer. Can I help you find your answer? Absolutely. I've helped thousands of people from around the world. This is what I do. It's what I'm good at. I've got a knack for it. I don't know where I found it, but it's there. Just hang in there. We lost one. Hang in there. That's not too bad so far. Wait until some of the things I'm going to share later. You'll be like, oh, okay, I can't take anymore. Okay? Who has heard of an EGC machine? Is it called EGC, doctor? Huh? Yes. So EGC, right? So an EGC, who's heard of an EGC machine? Okay. So an EGC, and I'm going to take a break in a moment, guys, for those who are busting to go to the toilet. An EGC, it measures your heart rate. Okay? So I'm going to show you why our life is like a roller coaster. So you can see there, it goes beep, beep. So to show you this, I'm going to give you my metaphor of an EGC. Actually, I need a black pen. So what do we have here? We have a line down here. What do we call the line in the center? I'm going to call it neutrality. Is that okay? Because that's what it's neutral, right? And our lives is kind of like a heartbeat. And over here, we have positive energy or negative. And again, it's not really positive or negative. It's our judgment. It's what we're labeled. This is good. I made good money this year. Oh, this is good. You go up. Okay? But what do we know about what goes up? Okay, how does it go down? Well, the universe manifests people or circumstances into your life to help you come down. What's some of those things? You know, You made good money. You did a great. This is, by the way, this is over a lifetime, but you can actually see this and interpret this as a daytime. This is happening throughout your day. It's happening through this program. If you're here, you're going to think I'm amazing. Wow, this guy is amazing. He's an asshole. What do they say? You put someone on a pedestal, what happens? What happens to someone you put on a pedestal? Hello? You put them in the pit, they say. You put someone up, it ends up being, you put them in the pit. That's why when somebody comes to me at the program, my God, you are amazing. I like, because I know after that is going to come big judgment. But instead, if they come open the heart and just say, I feel you, I love you. I say, I love you too. We see each other at the same level, not up here or down here. You can only love someone when you're on the same level. You put someone up here, you don't love them. You praise them. Hey, and sometimes this is not somebody, it's an opportunity. It's a goal that you have. You put it up here, and you become a slave to that goal. It's the same. So, life is going pretty good here. So, the universe, I'm just going to use the word the universe, your expanded self, whatever you believe in, I'm totally okay with that. All right? You can replace that with whatever you believe in. Bring somebody, changes your circumstances. Maybe you go home and you think, guess what? To your wife or to your husband, I got the big deal. Why didn't you take the fucking rubbish out? Oh, fuck. Life is terrible. What an asshole. Why can't they appreciate what I've done? And the universe is trying to take you where? To the center. What's the center? It's the door. Why is it important to find balance? So you can transcend it. Where's the door? Here. What is this? Neutrality, the field. What is this? It's your expanded self. But what happens is you're in judgment now. You are in judgment to your current circumstances or towards the person that is making you feel upset. And when you're in judgment, you're closed for business. You don't see. You don't see. You know what I mean by see? I mean see from here. Not see with these eyes. These eyes is only to see the illusion. It's important to see the illusion. It's fun. We experience ourselves in the illusion. But we see here, not with these eyes. But when you are in judgment, you are closed. So what happens is you start to have an internal dialogue, an internal voice, which starts to beat yourself up. Oh, my life is terrible. So you go straight through the center. My life is absolutely terrible. I suck. I failed. I'm not happy. I'm sad. And then the universe is like, they missed the spot. The spot is here. They missed it. So the universe is like, okay, amp it up. They're going really down. They're going really down. Amp it up. People come into your life and know, you're amazing. You can do it. Suddenly your circumstance begin to bend, change. And you're like, yes, I think I got this. And you start to build yourself back up. And then your internal voice comes in and it's like, you can't do it. And you go back down a bit. The universe, amp it up. Amp it up. We need to get them back to the center. And then you know what happens? As you draw to the center, you're in judgment. Because you think to yourself, now you're going to be happy because of all that. You're still closed for business. And you know what you do? You start to build yourself up. Over here, you beat yourself up. Now you're starting to build yourself up. I'm amazing! I'm unstoppable! I can do... And again, you're thinking, so, well, what's wrong with saying that? Your attention is on the false self. You're not amazing. I mean, the real you, the greatest version of you is amazing, but you think now, I got this. And you go straight through here. And this continues. The universe is like, they missed the spot. Manifest these circumstances to help them come back down. Back down where? To the center. So they can free themselves, free their mind, be the greatest version of themselves. Circumstances, people come into your life. You're closed for business. You don't see the center. And this continues on and on. And they say life is a roller coaster. You just gotta ride it. Or do you? I take people to the center. I teach them hacks, mindset stuff to catch themselves through this. The center is infinity. The center is your part of you that is limitless. The center is the moment. The center is the flow. The center is timeless. And just in case, I'll give you a little hack, a little tool if you like, so you can check in to see, because sometimes when you're up here, you're thinking, oh, this is great. Just to check in, if you're on the roller coaster, if you find that your internal dialogue is either building yourself up or beating yourself up, giving credit or blame, you are on the roller coaster. Stop. Even if you're up here, giving credit. My boss is amazing. They gave me a pay rise. You got the pay rise because you fucking deserved it. You got the pay rise because you manifested it. No, it's my boss. I owe them. You give them, you build them up, you give them credit. You're doing what I call putting power into them. The moment you put power into them or a circumstance, it's not just you, it's not just a person, it's circumstances. You're giving your power away. What are you doing there? Your deservingness is now outside of you. You're blaming someone. Down here. Just remember that. You're building up or beating up. It's not necessarily a person. It could be a circumstance. If this happens, I will be happy. You're building that up. It's important for me to come and deliver this talk. I'm building it up. No, it's important for me to stay present. Because the moment I build it up, what do we infuse? What do we create? Anxiety. The moment we beat it up, what are we doing? Creating depression. And then people go and medicate themselves for that. And all you need to do is open your eye. You just need to wake up. And I'm going to teach you how to do that. But at this point, I'm just teaching you how to recognize when you're on the roller coaster. A lot of the times you'll know, I'm on the fucking roller coaster. I'm on the roller coaster. But sometimes you're completely unaware. if you're building up, if you're giving credit, you're on the roller coaster. Watch out, you're going to go down. Who relates to what I'm talking about? Hands up. Have a look around the room. Hands up again. Have a look around the room, just in case you can't see behind you. If you haven't opened up the eye back there, just there they are. I mean, you see it. If you don't see it in your own life, you see it in the media. You see it in somebody. You get somebody who's an athlete, and they think they're amazing, and they are. But then they think, oh, I'm amazing. No, you see, when I say you're not amazing, the amazingness is coming through you. But it's not you. I'm going to show you this. I'm going to prove this to you. You think Amir could get up here and speak this stuff? Like, if you know me, I could tell you my story. I could never do what I'm doing right now. It's the real Amir. And I don't take credit for it. The amazing comes through. The love comes through. But what happens is our ego wants to take credit for it. The identity wants to go, it's me, whether you're succeeding or failing. It's me, I failed. It's me, I succeeded. I did it. That's a long journey, my friends. Long journey. I want to save you many, many years. You just got to recognize that that's happening. I mean, obviously, you all put your hand up. You're recognizing that that is happening. If you're not recognizing that it's happening, you're definitely recognizing, well, I recognize it in other people. Or my sister, or my brother, or that celebrity. I see that. They've got lots of problems. They go up, they are. No. So if you don't see it in yourself, you surely see it in other people. So, my friends, I don't believe we came here to live in balance. This is the balance. Up, down, up. That's the balance. You like it? Enjoy. I believe we came here to transcend the balance. I would love to share with you a video clip, and then we're going to take a break, okay? Because I promised you 90 minutes, and it's coming up to 90 minutes in about 5 minutes, okay? So we are going to take a break. But before I share with you this movie clips, whenever I show a movie clip, it's really important for you to stay present, because sometimes people are like, oh, okay, I need a break, right? But the movie clips are very important because they build reference points for you. And it's very important. Reference point is for the intellect. It's very important that and sometimes I share stories or metaphors or analogies, and your intellect is going, It's important for you to have reference points, because where I'm going to take you after lunch today, there's no reference points. It's infinite. Infinite is, we'll talk about it this afternoon. So please be very, very alert and be very, very present to when I show a video clip. Sometimes I'm sharing a video clip because it's going to contribute to you and support you to help you build a reference point to what I just talked about. Sometimes I'll share a video clip and you go, well, what does that have anything to do with it? But it's to do with what I'm about to talk about. Okay, so just trust me with it. Trust the process. Stay with me. I want to share this video clip with you, and I want you to tell me afterwards, what did you hear? What did you hear? Okay, so if I can have the lights, please.
Longer. Little shorter.
How's that?
Yeah, that's good. One stride equals a yard. We're going over to the tee and start counting.
Top golfers always try to get a leg up in the competition by having the men they trusted most sneak onto the course at night and do their own measurements. So Bagger and I walked the course that night, measuring away. Bagger never wrote down a number. He filed it all in his head.
It went a little harder. Let's go and do that again. Yeah, but right here is where this game is won. Right here on the green. First you got to see it. Sun gonna be there in the morning. Over there in the afternoon. Funny thing is, the blades of grass gonna follow the sun. The grain is gonna shift. That same putt gonna go one way in the morning, to other in the afternoon. One way in the morning, to other in the afternoon. You see that? Yeah, golf course put folk through quite a punishment. It lives and breathes just like us.
You think Junior can win?
Yeah, if he can find his authentic swing.
Authentic?
Go on, hit one more for me. Yep, inside each and every one of us is one true authentic swing. Something we was born with. Something that's ours and ours alone. Something can't be taught to you or learned. Something that got to be remembered. Over time, the world can rob us of that swing. It get buried inside us under all our wouldas and couldas and shouldas. Some folk even forget what their swing was like. Some folk even forget what their swing was like. You keep swinging.
But I don't have any balls.
And don't worry about hitting the ball or where it's gonna go. Just swing the club, feel the club. Come on, close your eyes.
Close my...
You can't make that ball go in that hole. You got to let it. I want you to feel the club rolling off your club. Feel the weight of the club. Sailing on the perfect line, dropping into that hole soft as butter. Listen to the sounds of the night. Just keep swinging that club till feel the breeze inside each and see in every one of us is one rustling through the trees, authentic swing. Just keep swinging that club till authentic swing. You're part of the whole thing. Something we was born with. Take a deep breath. That's a good thing. Listen to the sounds of the night.
I don't feel a thing.
And just keep swinging that club till you're part of the whole thing. That's a good thing. Can you see it? All right, time to go.
Why?
What did you guys capture from that? What is the grain on the grass going to do? Go one way in the morning, the other in the afternoon. What's that? Duality. Night, day. It's going to go one way in the morning, the other in the afternoon. He says, you think Junior can win? So Junior in this movie, you'll see more from this movie later. Junior is the golf player. He says, do you think he can win? He says, if he can find his authentic swing. What is authentic? I'm going to share with you a little bit later on. Where does authentic come from? The center. Listen to the sounds of the night. He's trying to get him to be present. And he says, close your eyes. You see, these eyes are not going to help you accomplish what's truly there to be accomplished. He says to him, close your eyes. He goes, close my eyes? You can't make that ball go in. You got to let it. Which is the part of you that makes things happen? Nothing wrong with that. Some things in life, you got to work hard, make it happen. Over here, you are allowing it to happen. You are letting it to happen. And in order for that to happen, you need to close your eyes. What's closing your eyes? How am I going to get the ball from here to there? Don't worry about the ball or how it's going to get there. But how am I going to make money? How am I going to succeed? Just swing the club. Just do what you feel. Just swing the club. Inside each and every one of us is one true, authentic swingers. Inside every single one of you, there is an authentic version of you. And until you bring that version out, and by out, I mean become it, I mean express it, I mean give it, I mean share it, you will never be happy. Why? Because you're on the seesaw. You're on the roller coaster. You will have moments of happiness and sadness. And again, I'm not saying that you don't. Please understand what I'm saying. When you're standing in the center of the seesaw, life still goes up and down. But what happens when you're at the seesaw? This is your up and down. You're not going up and down. That's where you can actually truly manifest. That's where you could truly manifest from love. Manifestation is a giving process. It's not a receiving process, I say to people. Most people go, what do I want to manifest? And they write down all the things that they want. To give you an example, you might go see somebody who's coaching you, and you say, I want to find the person that I love. And then you go, well, sit down and write down all the things that you want from that person. I want them to be this way. I want them to be tall. I want them to be funny. I want them to be safe, secure, or like whatever. I want them to be rich, whatever. You write all your things down. That's manifesting from need. You're looking at, what do I want to receive? Manifestation happens for the person who has something to give. You manifest something because you have something to share. It's like, what do you want to bring to the relationship? Who are you going to become in that relationship?
Hey guys, well done. You've just completed this video. How do you feel? I'm just here just to remind you that in order for me to continue to support you, it's important for you to continue to support this work. Please like this video and also press subscribe, and remember to press the bell icon as well so you get notified every single time I release a video. I'm going to be releasing so much content here that's going to support you. If you're looking for something even more, like you're looking for a community to be part of, some extra support, some extra coaching, you're looking to share your journey with other people, then go ahead and visit my website at amirzoghi.com, and there'll be some information there on how you can be more involved. Also, I read all the comments. I'd love to hear your experience. I want to release these videos for you. I want to support you. I love to see how it's landing for you. What's your experience of the videos? Do you have any questions? So remember to comment below, and I'll be responding to those messages as well. Thanks, guys. I'll see you on the next video.